You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards, talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. Free 99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 368 of the Battle Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Ganada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I mean, we're finally here for this talk. We're finally here for it. Finally.
I feel like we haven't been on here in forever.
Yes. Number one, we haven't been on here in forever, and I know everybody's been waiting forever for this Club World Cup thing. So it's going to be fun times.
It's funny you say that because I really do feel like nobody really cared for a while. Like, we're going to get our ass kicked. Nobody really cares. And as it gets closer, I guess it's because world soccer outside of MLS is kind of over. Like, I feel like everybody wants to watch soccer, right? So,
of course,
I think it's getting a little more people are a little more excited than I thought they would be. I'm even more excited. I'm kind of excited for the game coming up on Saturday. But with that said, well, we are going to open it up in case anybody is, because I know some people don't like to put their voice out there and stuff. But if you do feel so inclined to join us, and a little later, we're going to open it up to some calls. We haven't done this in a while. But we had that special little mini window. 10 days. Everybody, ooh, who we're going to get? Ooh, we got all the international spots.
No, you had Ronaldo. You had Ronaldo talking like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind playing with Messi." Oh, and everybody's nipples got hard all of a sudden.
And we got a little bit of money. Like, ooh, what's going on? These 10 days, we're gonna get a defender. We're gonna get a winger. We're gonna get a striker. And here we are, 9 days into the 10 days, and it looks like we're gonna get absolutely nothing. The only slight rumor we heard was about Brian Rodriguez, and to be honest with you, everything that we've heard, can't say I really wanted him anyway. So, how are you feeling about this? All the reinforcements that we brought in to help out with this Club World Cup, and does that tell you that Inter Miami is not really that serious about this tournament?
Well, and Alejandro's saying here, shaking my head. But I want to mention something here. I don't know if you saw that Mascherano, like he did like an interview with some of the press, and he was talking about how, the team has this vision for this thing, right? For this Club World Cup. Like this Club World Cup was a big deal, not just to this team, but to the ownership, to the brand.
Feel like it.
Right? But that's kind of what was like portrayed in the beginning. And that's kind of what's been sort of carried on through the season, where the ownership is like, there's a huge importance to this Club World Cup thing. You have a 10-day window. We're 9 out of 10 days in, and you couldn't get anybody. We couldn't even go back and get Jean Mota. Like, I mean, at this point, we don't got anybody.
What I will tell you is that shout out to my guy David. He sits, I don't know if he sits in our section or a section over. Actually, I believe he works at the stadium now. I believe he stopped sitting. Yeah, I think he started working at the stadium. But regardless, he hits me up through the DM sometimes when we talk, and he hit me up where I probably shouldn't have put his name out there. I'm not even gonna tell you what he said. Forget it. I forgot. Okay. If he works for the team, I'm not even gonna tell you what he said. Forget it. But
Mike V saying, I heard Coco Jean and Robbie Robinson are available. I mean, at this point, that's all we're left with. You literally got less than 24 hours to sign somebody.
Now, here, Soccer Daddy, Moss Brothers spending $10 million on their vacations. Now, this is what I wanted to get to that David kind of alluded to. Some people feel like it's the Moss Brothers didn't want to spend. The Moss Brothers have no problem spending. I don't think that this is on the Moss Brothers.
Yeah.
I think that if they could, they would have brought Ronaldo if Messi wanted him and Ronaldo was willing to come. They'd pay. I don't think that one thing that I would say I wouldn't put on the Moss Brothers is yes, they take this as a business like every owner does. If you think otherwise, that any other owner thinks it with their heart over their brain and money's on the mind, like you're wild. This is a business to everybody, and they know the business here is winning, and they don't have any problem spending the money. So for everybody that's saying like, oh, the Moss brothers didn't want to spend the money, I think that is completely wrong, because I think that they would have spent the money if they could have spent the money. I think they just weren't able to.
So there's a common thing that's said in the business world, which is ROI, return on investment. And I feel like if you get a Cristiano Ronaldo to join Inter Miami temporarily.
But that wasn't going to happen ever.
I mean, but I'm just throwing the hypothetical out. I mean, at this point, nothing's going on, right? But let's just say we get Cristiano Ronaldo and you have Messi and Ronaldo playing together. Like, as far as a return on investment is concerned, you're getting that and then some, no matter what you're paying to the player.
But Sean Callahan has right here, it's hard to make a sports contract work out in 10 days. And
Correct.
that is true, because on Discord, there was a conversation that was happening. And there were some people throwing out some teams like, oh, but Real Madrid signed Trent Alexander, and I forgot there was some other signing that they were just throwing out names. But these are very big teams in which those players were thinking like, I hope to one day play for that club. Like
Yes.
Trent Alexander decided that he wanted to go to Real Madrid back in like January probably.
Yes.
Like right now, like Inter Miami, although we are now a world-known team, right? People recognize who Inter Miami is and that they play in Miami and the United States. We aren't necessarily a destination where everybody's like, gotta get there. No, we gotta work it out. We gotta convince them. We gotta pay for them. And you have to do that in 10 days. And I'm sure that those conversations happened before those 10 days. But regardless, for those 10 days, you also have to make the visas work out, because I don't know if you realized, not to get too political, but things are kind of difficult right now as far as visas and things like that. Look how long Baltasar Rodriguez took to get his visa to come over here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we probably weren't going to get anybody anyway. It's just that we were kind of ignoring all those things because we were so hyped about possibly getting somebody. But the signs were probably there all along that we probably weren't going to get anybody until the summer. We just didn't want to really think about it that way. But like, if you really think about it, what were the chances of us really getting anybody other than Brian Rodriguez?
Well, I feel like if the work wasn't put in before this 10-day window happened, then it just wasn't going to pan out. Like,
And technically,
unless
that's supposed to.
Well, and yeah, isn't that like illegal? Like, flirting with players outside of that 10-day window. I mean, I don't know, but all I know is that moves should have been made a while ago. This supposed signing, whoever it is, or however many players it was, should have been done a little bit earlier. Like, we have 24 hours or less to be able to get anybody, and that's not going to happen. And the Hot Gates is saying, we don't need reinforcements. We got this. And I love the confidence.
I also like that. I also believe that this team, let's say you would have picked up, I don't know, let's say you would have picked up, give me a name, Brian Rodriguez, and let's say we would have just thrown a name out there. Let's say Luka Modric for some reason decides to come here.
Yeah.
So you have Luka Modric and Brian Rodriguez. Do you think that those two signings would have been enough to all of a sudden turn this team from nobody has any hope to all of a sudden, oh, that's it, we have it, we have a great chance? Luka Modric is 40, and he's been slow all his career. Like, he's not defending anybody. He was coming off the bench at Real Madrid to end his career over there. Like, he was at best he's a sub when you're playing against the top teams in Europe and in South America. Like, maybe he could start consistently here against MLS teams, but you're not playing against MLS teams in this tournament. So talking strictly about this tournament, was Modric really going to help us in this tournament? No.
Well, not only that, but like, aside from signing him, right, these temporary signings, or I imagine that the reason that they didn't do it is because whoever they were going to get were not going to pan out permanently for the team, because it was mentioned in the chat that that a DP spot was open after the signing of Jordi Alba. So like, strategically, maybe there was something placed, but then maybe there's a player that was just like, dude, I'm not going to be here after the
summer.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Everybody was really hyped about these 10 days. because we're like,
Yes.
okay, this is a serious tournament, and we're gonna go all in on it, and nothing happened.
What? So, oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw. Shout out to Peter Brown and Uncle Ed. They mentioned Soccer Daddy's comment here. Neymar is COVID positive. So,
But like, isn't COVID at this point just a really bad
the
flu?
flu, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I
just
don't know.
it has the name. It carry. I mean, it carries weight, obviously, because
It
everything that
carries
happened
a
in the
mask, carries
it,
shots.
it carries weight from what happened before. But like, he has the flu at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't think that any signing would really, take us from underdogs to all of a sudden contenders. Like I don't think that there was exactly. So yes, it sucks because it was a nice to imagine us getting some reinforcements, but in reality, for this tournament specifically, was it really going to make a difference? I don't think so.
I feel like it's a benefit to Mascherano that nobody new signed, because then he knows that he can stick with the same sort of players and the same roster. He doesn't have to modify anything for any newcomer. Like, imagine if we would have gotten like a Modric or a Ronaldo or whatever, a De Bruyne. Like, imagine having to modify everything you've done over 17 plus games and say, well, we're going to have to toss everything that we've been doing and do something different. That would be a disaster, I think. That would have been even more disastrous.
But I think Paul is wrong on this one because Paul's saying Miami didn't want us to pay money.
I doubt it. They got money.
I don't think that's what it is. I honestly believe that Jorge Mas might be one of those owners that's pushing to get rid of the salary cap.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, F that salary cap. Let's pay all the players. And I'm good with that. He knows that with Messi on the team, he could load up this squad, get players, and he could run shot. He could completely alienate the MLS if he had the opportunity. They just don't let him. And that's why they don't let him, because he would do that.
And let me tell you, here in Miami, business owners, they're going to find money. If they don't have the money, they're going to find the money. There's going to be money to be had and to be paid and made.
And like Mike V said, nobody's getting a visa. It's taken a while to get a work visa. And I think that also
even
plays a part of it also.
Pat down.
Like we really didn't consider that, right? At least I didn't, right? I was thinking more about the fun aspect, like, ooh, let's get somebody new. And shout out to Vice City Lucas. Haven't seen him around in a while. Nice. It just no reinforcements, but looking at it realistically, I don't think the reinforcements would have changed much because we weren't really looking at any like crazy difference makers. We're not going to get a striker that's all of a sudden going to replace Suarez. Suarez got his spot, so that's not happening.
And that's another thing. Imagine if we would have gotten like Ronaldo, and then it would have been like a battle between him and Suarez to see who gets the starting spot. I
don't know if he would. I was about to say he probably would have played at the left wing, but that's his younger days. I don't know if he could still do that. That's where he used to play. That's where he used to play. Or maybe they just play with two forwards. But regardless, that's not happening, and we have no reinforcements. Brian Rodriguez.
Oh, there you go on mute. Well, Brian Rodriguez is a ghost. Like Brian Rodriguez, we don't even know what's happening with that guy. And on top of that, nobody wants him anyway. Like I was hearing people wanting to sign him to like the last DP spot that we have. Like you guys are out of your minds. This guy was a DP with LAFC and they didn't want him. So you guys got to be careful for what you ask for, because then you're going to get tata'd. That's what's going to end up happening. You guys wanted Tata out, you got tata'd. You guys want Brian Rodriguez here and think that he's going to kick it up, and you guys are going to get tata'd again. And this potentially Omar S. Selling Campana was the biggest mistake after losing to Atlanta. I know that's not something that Danny wants to see.
I would feel good having Campana as the backup striker. That yes. I don't deny. But to say that we're like worse off like drastically, I mean Obando hasn't done much. I get it, but
and we have the best defender in South America, Chelo, and don't forget Lujan, Rubita, which I got slammed on our grades video. For killing Lujan, like what? He's not the next Diego Gomez.
No, I
I
don't know
wish we
if
would have
this.
brought. I wish we would have brought some of the comments.
I'm not sure if this is David that I was just talking about earlier. I used to sit in our section. But David, I disagree. I don't think that this club is a joke. I think that if they could spend money, they would. And I think that if they have a DP player that's worth a lot of money in the summer that is willing to come, I think they're going to spend the money.
And no soccer daddy. We didn't block Pedri. Okay, we don't block anybody.
And
Okay,
even if we did block him, he has like 3 or 4 burner accounts, so he could have came in
exactly.
another way.
Yes, Pedri Potter, Pedri Porter, Barca buddy. Listen, the one thing you can't say is that this team is a joke. They are thinking highly, and they're thinking,
No, I was gonna say in the aspect of wanting to spend money.
Yes, and they want to be big. They want to be big time, and they want this league to be big time. So, like, they want the contrary of the joke. They want MLS to stop being a joke. Like, think about that for a second. Inter Miami, LAFC, and Seattle are about to join into this worldwide tournament against teams that have no cap, no restrictions, and get whoever they want.
Now, Alejandro, I'm not trying to be positive. All I'm saying is that I don't think we would have done any better if we would have signed one of these old guys that everybody was linking us to.
Yeah.
We're about to talk about the Club World Cup itself because we've gone a little while on the lack of reinforcements. But I do not think, unless you would have signed a Maldini, like I saw somebody just wrote that name out there, or somebody to help on the defensive end, I don't see us doing much. And new signings, more pressure for Mascherano?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Danny. If we bring a name and you don't get out of the group,
I think if anything, it takes a little bit of pressure off, because then you say that he didn't have enough time to kind of make it work, make it gel.
I don't understand, Tati, how Modric would have been a great signing.
It would be a great signing long term. For this tournament, no difference. It would have made no difference in this tournament, in my belief. Right? I could be wrong.
Vice City Lucas saying, hot take, we beat Al Ali and get embarrassed by Palmeiras and Porto. Oof.
I think that we could be Al Ali, but I think people might be underestimating them. Now, let me take this chance to talk about the week that's coming up. Tomorrow we have no show. Batter fans completely turns off because we got the qualifiers, Colombia, Argentina tomorrow night, Uruguay, Venezuela tomorrow night. A lot of games. Brazil's playing tomorrow night, so we're all in on that. So no shows Tuesday, but Wednesday, Chris and I have a special show where we're kind of dedicating it to a closer look at the defense for Inter Miami so far this season. And we're going to start it at a special time, 8 o'clock p.m. So at 8 p.m., we're going to have that show. So make sure you join us for that. We're going to be talking about Inter Miami's defense this season so far. And then at 10 o'clock on the Battered MLS Fans show, we're going to have somebody from from Seattle and from LAFC to talk about the 3 MLS sides, obviously, in the Club World Cup, how everybody sees that their team's going to do. And we do have an Al Ali guest lined up, but there's a 7-hour difference. So we still haven't locked down a time. There's a chance that we're going to have to come on a lot earlier than we usually do. So probably not a 9 o'clock show on Thursday night, probably a lot earlier. But just keep an eye out on our Twitter, Battered Herons on Twitter, because we haven't locked down the time. Hopefully by Wednesday we'll know and be able to tell everybody. I have a feeling it's going to be like an early morning episode. But we do have an Al Ali guest. We also have a guest from Porto and a guest from Palmeiras. So we are set for the group stage. And so I just wanted to put out our week up ahead.
And I can't wait to be able to look at that graphic better, because Danny, that's like the thing that I've been kind of like looking at. Like, for example, like Al Ali, I've been watching them. Like I saw a little bit of them against Pachuca, and then I saw some of the games that they played beforehand. Like, these guys are not like they're not jokes. They're a team. They're a team.
But this is the thing. And I know Alejandro, shout out to Alejandro, I love you. The thing is, Alejandro said, we're trying to be positive. And I guess to an extent, we are. And no, I considered getting I considered asking Tech. He's been on with us in the past. I considered him, but
He'd be good. He'd be good.
I don't know. His hate for Messi and love for Palmeiras, I thought that it would be, I don't know. So no, it's not Tech.
It would be tough. It would be tough, but he's good. He's good.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Alejandro said that we were being positive. It's not that we're being positive. I guess maybe I am. But where has Miami struggled the most? LAFC played Dolo ball, that low block, very compact. We just haven't been able to create. We are playing against 3 teams that will not be super defensive. Now, the quality of player will be higher. So I'm not saying that all of a sudden we are going to ball out.
Yeah.
But there will be more spaces to work with. Now, there will be more quality players that'll cut off some of those passes. You have to be more accurate, you're quicker with your decision making. So our young guys will probably have a harder time of playing against the better competition, but our veterans are going to have more space to work with. So I'm not saying that we're going to kick their ass, but I do think that in the attack, we might see more chances because we are going to have more space to work with. It won't be that super defensive mind set that we've been playing against over the last month and a half or so.
Shout out to Alejandro with a super slam helping us out with our 1-800-collect call that we're going to make to Africa. And to the microphone for Danny, 999 Super Slam for a less toxic world. That's what we need, Alejandro. People need to smile to each other more often, say hi. Less toxic world. That's a beautiful thing. They are Egyptian champs, and that speaks volumes. Like I said, these guys are not knockover teams. And then Mike V here just contesting Alejandro, saying no, more toxic. And Rubita, this is where I think our downfall is going to be. Is Bright playing? No, I would imagine he's not. We haven't gotten any update or anything. But Bright, I haven't seen him train or anything. That's a big loss. I still think we're going to get out of the group. I don't care what anybody says, but I still think we're going to get out of the group. I still think that we have the potential to get out of the group. I mean, we have look in any given Sunday, like American football talk. Okay. And look, Paul says it right here. All we need is 4 points. A win, a tie, and a loss might get us out of the group. Okay. And I think it can be able to happen. Oh, the Hot Gates is making a huge bet here. 9 points. You put the house on that, you might be homeless. You might be homeless. Danny, I'm looking forward to it because a lot of people are underestimating this team, Al Ahly, even though Mike V is saying it right here. Al Ahly are the champs of Africa. They're going to beat our ass. We have a chance to beat FLA and Thai Porto. So Flamengo and Thai Porto. I mean, we do have that chance. But, I mean, look, AZ Rebellion's actually predicting 5 points. I could see something like that. But Tati is saying 3 points top is the most realistic. Only 3 points or 0. I mean, you guys are out of your mind. Saying only 3 points. You guys don't think we can get a win out of this group? Not one win or all 3 ties?
Well, are you excited for this tournament?
I am. This is new competition.
Are you excited for the games? Which game are you most excited for?
I'm excited for the first game because it's the first game. Like, even if it wasn't the introducing game to the Club World Cup, but it is the first game.
I think you and everybody's excited about the first game because it's the only game that people feel like we could actually win.
I mean, look, Al Ahly, they played Pachuca and they tied.
No, I think that Al Ahly, and my understanding, and we'll find out more with our guests, but they've signed a couple new players over the last couple weeks. I believe they got a new manager recently.
Yes.
Like they've been loading up and like they want to do well. Now, I think that plays well to our advantage because I think incorporating new players and even a new manager before a big tournament probably plays to the hand of a team that's been together for a few months now. They are in mid-season form, you would say, even though the season hasn't gone the best.
Let me tell you something though, Danny. And while you fix that microphone again, we're gonna take that $9.99, Alejandro, and I think 90% of it's gonna go to the microphone. Then we'll put the rest in the collect call to Egypt. Palmeiras actually scored 6 goals in the Conmebol Libertadores against Sporting Cristal. 6 goals. 3 goals against Ceará, Palmeiras.
Oh, Palmeiras, yeah.
Copa de Brazil.
But Palmeiras is a solid squad. I don't know if they've
goodness.
lost. I don't know if they've lost in the Copa Libertadores yet this year. Like that's a squad.
They score multiple goals. We're done.
This is completely off topic, I guess, because we're not talking about signings right now. But if I was Miami, I'd bring in Richard Rios from Palmeiras. He's a stud, and for some reason, he's still playing in Brazil. Give him the third DP spot. He'll tear it up in this midfield. He's, if not the top, it's got to be a top 2 or 3 players on that team. Richard Rios is a monster. All right, so back to the Al Ali, or just the tournament in general. What are your expectations going into this tournament? And I'm asking the chat also. Is it to just compete well? Do we need to get out of the group stage? Do you have no expectations and you're just happy to be at the dance?
I'm sorry, but this team and this ownership put way too much importance on this tournament for us to just. The Mas brothers.
When?
The Mas brothers.
When did they say they were going to win this? When did they say they were going to win this?
They didn't say that they were going to win, but they put a lot of importance in. Like when we got Mascherano, right? They talked a big game about Club World Cup. It's coming up. Like I said, Mascherano got interviewed a couple of weeks ago. It's over on Franco's channel, and you can be able to see the interview there, Miami Total Football Radio, and you can be able to see that he's responding to these questions, and he's like, look, this organization is like focused on this one thing and one thing only, which is right here, this. So am I wrong that the expectation to get out of the group is like minimum? So what do you think? I'm wrong for that? So like you think that just participating in this, just being at the dance is the right feeling to have as a fan?
I am not 100% sure because I don't, off the top of my head, I'm going to put up the teams right now. Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I believe, and if somebody in the chat can kind of confirm with me, of the, how many teams are there? 32 teams? Of the 32 teams, we are by far and away the youngest club in that tournament.
I mean, but MLS is like younger than all of these leagues, Danny. These leagues have been born since Jesus days.
That's fine. So if you tell me that the youngest club by far, they've been around for 5-6 years, and if they come out and they play well, they lose, but they put up a fight against Palmeiras and Porto.
Oh my God!
I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna get a participation trophy. That doesn't exist, by the way. In this tournament,
playing with one arm tied behind their back. They can't spend like these other teams.
They can't, Danny. But like, don't put importance on it then. Organization.
What do you want them to do? Hey, don't show up. Don't root for them.
No, but at the same time, don't be like, this is it. This is it right here.
Well, this is a big deal.
Well, it is for the brand. Okay. But like, don't come at me and like, we need this trophy.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
This tournament.
Nobody said that. And for the people asking, where is LAFC? This is Group D, where Leon is no longer there. James Rodriguez is out of the tournament. They're the ones that got replaced by LAFC. So this is an old graphic, obviously.
Rick is saying we are ranked 25 out of all those teams. I want to know who's ranked under us.
I gotta see that.
Where is that? Where did you find that?
It has to be LAFC and Seattle Sounders. Those are two of them already.
No. You think that you don't think that one of those two are ahead of us?
Why would they be ahead of us?
I don't know. There were talks about Ronaldo going to LAFC.
No, this is a Galaxy.
Imagine him and Boanga. What?
No, but he already said that he's going back to. He already said that he's going back to this place.
Steve Munoz says FIFA club rankings. So I don't listen. AZ, let me tell you something. They said this is it right here. They said that. This is
they
it.
Didn't.
Yes, they did.
They never said that.
Now you got me questioning. Okay.
Because they never said
Oh my. Soccer Daddy's saying LAFC is at 24.
Oh shit.
You see, I know football 101, baby. Okay. Listen, I think we could get out of this group. And
you get out of that group with a win and maybe a draw. Okay. And I've been saying that since they announced this.
I think we could do that. I think that's very simple, Danny. I think that, and let me tell you, I was just in the meantime while you do that, I was looking at Porto. Porto won 1-0 against one of their last people that they played. They lost 2-0 yesterday. So Porto. So like Porto looks like they're in the bag for us. They're taking L's upon L's recently. They're not winners, these guys, Porto. So like I could see we could get the dub against Porto. We can get the dub against Al Ahly, and then Palmeiras might be a problem. That's my breakdown, guys.
This is what I'm saying, and I'm with Steve Munoz 100% on this. This is what I'm saying. Best case scenario, because I don't think that they can win 2 of these games. They win 1, which would probably be Al Ahly, and then get a draw against Porto maybe. But I think Palmeiras hangs quite a bit of goals on us. I don't think that there's any chance that we beat Palmeiras. Our hope is to beat Al Ahly and somehow draw with Porto. And all of a sudden, we have a way out of the group stage.
I think that we could blow the waters off of this group. Okay, Porto, look, you put Porto is third best in Portugal. Let me tell you something, Soccer Daddy. They've won. They've won. They lost. They won.
I thought you were going to tell me who the top 2 teams were. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm just telling you. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm looking at Liga Portugal, and you have Benfica, and you have Sporting. Okay.
Sporting.
Okay. Whatever. Okay. We could blow the water off of these guys and then bring PSG. I mean, after that, it's over.
Would you, if we're not going to win the tournament anyway, would you want to be matched up with PSG and let them put 5 on you?
You think look, the one thing that I'm really worried about is that this turns into the Saudi tournament that we had, the Saudi World Tour that we had.
Oh, but that's what Al Ahly is. Like, don't expect anything different.
No, but
that's a quality side.
They had, what's this guy? The team that we played from the Saudi team, they had, what's this guy? The Brazilian Anderson, and they had a couple other big names. Like, yeah, those guys. But there's no big names in Al Ahly. Like, those guys aren't gold cards. They're silver cards at best. Like, come on, man.
They're a solid squad. And you know what the thing about them is that they play in their league. I think they call it the Premier. I think I call it the Premier League. I don't know. Where they play a very organized style of football, right? But then they go play their continental tournament, and they're playing against all the fast-ass African teams. They are well-versed in handling a team that's technical and a team that will run you out of the gym. Like, they haven't seen anything that you know what as a positive, I think, just randomly came to my mind. You know how when Messi first got here, all the MLS players had never really seen him before, and they were kind of like starstruck?
Yes. That
might happen with Al Ahly. They might be starstruck by these by Messi. I'm sure none of them have money. They might take them a couple minutes to kind of adjust. Like, we might have that. Maybe I'm reaching here, but maybe we have that going for us. There's a reach, I know, but
there's a team named Al Ahly. Oh no, but that's okay. Never mind. I found a different team. Never mind. I can't even find this team on EAFC. Can't even find them.
No, it's okay. Palmeiras isn't on there either, and they're a big squad. Are big European club teams bringing their first team? That's a great question.
Some people are saying no.
At one point, I thought that they wouldn't until I saw there was the $1 billion prize. I don't know how much the players get. According to Seattle, they don't get much. But when I heard that, maybe they are. So we'll see. I've heard that a lot more first team players are participating than are not. So that I can tell you.
I mean, listen, Danny, like I said, and shout out to Rick out here with a $4.99 super sign to help us with that collect call. Our qualification is by invite, not by merit. We are labeled as qualified as host play-in winners on the FIFA website. Hashtag we are cooked.
No, we were the best regular season team last year. I feel like there's merit to that.
Literally, Rick A just told us, get over it. We're done.
All right. Well, so Al-Ali, I think we have a chance. Porto, hopefully we can get a draw. Maybe even win. Who knows? Maybe something crazy happens. Palmeiras, whatever points we're going to get, I feel like we have to get those first two games. So after the fact, after everything is said and done, if we get embarrassed by all three teams, do you think that at all affects Mascherano and his job security?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think so because that's the problem. Like, I don't know where to gauge this. Like, the owners put an importance on it in the beginning of the season. Now it's like we got nobody within the 10-day span that we had the opportunity to get someone. There's been no interviews. There's been no anything out there. So we have no idea where this organization, this team, this management is valuing this tournament. I mean, it's a game, right? So Mascherano, it says it's a game. But if it's not that important, then it's not going to affect him if we don't do well. And Mike V saying one Paris Saint-Germain
with the stand,
nice,
with the rankings, and here we are. The Sounders are ranked 14th.
I told you, dude. See, you see.
Oh, but Inter Miami ranked 21st.
Guy, Football 101, Danny. I picked both MLS teams before us. Al-Ali is right behind us, so they're cooked. They're cooked. Danny, we're blowing this group out of the water. Bring PSG. Bring them. It's the only team in Ligue 1. I mean, bring them. I mean, what?
Now, if we get embarrassed in the group stage, then Mascherano is going to see his grave. That's what Vice Rosa said.
Way.
I don't think so.
No way.
But unlike Chris, I'm not even asking for that anymore. At this point, we don't really have anybody to come replace him. Let's just ride it out with him.
Oh, LAFC's ranked 31?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Who's Auckland City? Why couldn't we end up in their group?
Who's Mamelodi Sundowns? Why couldn't we be in that group?
Well, because those are all the fourth-seeded teams in every group.
Give us them.
It goes by pools.
4 teams. They're going to be losers at the end of Group F.
Well, I mean, if you look at who ended up with the tough draw, Seattle ended up with the worst draw of anybody. There's two top
those games.
There's two top continental tournaments in the world: UEFA, Champions League, and the Copa Libertadores. Those are the biggest two, I would say, right? And they ended up with both those champions. PSG won the Champions League. Botafogo won the Copa Libertadores. And that's who Seattle ended up against. And then just throw in there Atletico Madrid, who is always a tough team and always one of the top teams next to Real Madrid and Barcelona and La Liga. I feel bad for Seattle because Seattle is going to get mollywopped.
But look at this group right here, Group E. That one is a little stacked.
Monterrey.
I don't know who the hell Urawa Reds is, but the other 3 teams. I've
Very
seen gold
good.
cards.
No, I think just about every group has three solid teams, which is going to be Real Madrid probably has the easiest of the groups, Group H, even though Al Hilal is going to be fun. Pachuca. Yeah, it's going to be a fun tournament. People that are not ready for the summer to hit where you go kind of footballish for the summer. I mean, you're going to have
Yeah.
some fun watches, some teams that you're not accustomed to seeing playing. Look, watching Palmeiras versus Porto is going to be fun. PSG against Botafogo, I think that's going to be really cool. Like those are just matchups that you don't really see often. So just from the football aspect of it, it's going to be a fun watch.
So I mean, I can't wait to watch the Seattle Sounders play their 3 games. You don't think that? So you think they're going to get mollywopped by PSG?
Yeah. You know what? And hypothetically, let's say we get out of the group and we play against PSG in the knockout round. I would love that. Just so we can see what they look like against what's supposedly the best club in the world, right? Because they just won the Champions League. And then people are like, oh, no, but you'll lose 5-0. Luckily, they just beat Inter Milan 5-0. And Inter Milan isn't considered like the worst club in the world now after that. So I'm okay. Go ahead. Go up against the best team in the world and see where you're at. Now, if they put 12 on you and somehow it's 12-0, then that is embarrassing. But I would think that something like that wouldn't happen. And look, Inter Milan just got their ass kicked by PSG, so there's no crime in that. I would absolutely want Inter Miami to play against PSG. And then I'm just going to put the link, I forgot to do that earlier, in the chat. If anybody wants to join in, feel free. And if you don't, it's all good. I know some people don't like you, but if you do, just
be and just be appropriate. Don't do cursing. Don't say racial stuff. Don't do stuff like that. Josue is saying, where's Jamaica predicting Chris at? Let me tell you something. Jamaica's taking it all. Okay. I'm predicting Jamaica. And Pedri, just so everybody knows that we don't block anybody. Just like USA, I'm not even expecting I am to get even through the group stage. Dude, you're going to do your Barca boys like that, Pedri? Come on. And here's the link, guys. Click the link if you guys want to jump in. And
we would be lucky if they get through the group stage, but I don't think it's the end of the world if they don't. And Sanders asking, what's the link for? We'll bring you up. Don't worry, you won't be on camera because I know some people don't like to be on camera. You won't be on camera, but your voice will come through. And it's just like calling in on the phone, like you're on the radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I think that the reason we're looking forward to it the most is because the first game is the winnable game. And if we get our look, everybody's really excited, right now.
Yes.
If we get our ass kicked on Saturday by Al Ahly, that excitement completely dies. Nobody's looking forward to Porto, and even less people are looking forward to Palmeiras. So I think that that's where we're at. This tournament is basically the excitement rides on Saturday. That's what it is.
I'm actually like I'm surprised that you really think that we're not going to be able to like compete in this.
You? We're playing against the best teams in the world, Chris.
I mean, what does that even mean? Like, these guys aren't the best teams in the world. Like,
Palmeiras is one of the best teams in the best continent.
They're okay.
Porto is a top team in Europe.
They're all right. Whatever. We can beat them over Palmeiras. Palmeiras is the only one that makes me shake in my boots.
No, Palmeiras, look, and anything can happen. But if I had to put money on one of these teams that we 100% won't beat, it'd be Palmeiras. I don't think we have any chance to get Palmeiras. Porto, I think that they're a much better side than we are also. But I think we can maybe muster out a draw. You know what? I really hope that the way we played against Columbus, although I don't think we're going to play like that when we go back to MLS play, I hope we play like that in this tournament. Just buckle down and be defensive. Make it difficult for them and hope for a little messy magic when we're on the ball.
Sean Callahan is saying here, Porto is the best team in the group. Porto just got handed a 2-0 L yesterday. Those are your people, Sean?
Against who?
Against some team named Riga.
Well, I will tell you that it's going to be fun to watch Palmeiras in Porto because that's going to be That game's happening right after Inter Miami Al Ahly, I think the next day. So that absolutely will be a fun watch because I think Palmeiras is the best team in that group.
I do think that they are the best team. I do think that they are the best team in the group by far. Aside from that, I could, but again, I do see us getting out of the group. For as much as people want to say, like, oh, we're just here to appear, we're here to just be a part of the dance. And Pace Hunter says it. Look, boys, we have Messi.
Well, and that's what I was saying earlier is that although I don't think we'll do well in the tournament, we're playing against sides that will not crowd the box. They're not going to play a low block. Messi might have some opportunities on the ball to create. Now, you know what else could happen? These teams can high press us with some quality in the midfield and up top, where they make it very difficult for us to even get to our final third, which is another possibility. So these aren't going to be easy games. These are going to probably be games that could easily look ugly for us. But again, I'm all for us competing against these teams. I'm curious to see how well we stack up on them. Even though I'm not expecting us to win, I am very curious to see how this looks. I'm excited, honestly. I'm excited to see how we look against these teams. But we have to at least draw against Al Ahly. If we get our ass kicked by Al Ahly, it's over.
This is where I'm kind of worried because Soccer Daddy's saying Messi starting tomorrow against Colombia.
Of course, they're playing in Argentina. I figured that if he was going to start one of the games, it would be the one in Argentina.
Man, I mean, I hope everything goes well. Like, and he doesn't get injured, doesn't get dinged. And I mean,
and Pedri's saying they just have to stop Messi and stop.
I mean, Pedri's saying, Danny, they just need to stop Messi, and it's over for Inter Miami. I don't know about over,
but I don't think my mic's back yet. But
no, it's not.
I think that Messi will have his chances. Messi will have his chances, unlike when he was playing. And I know that it's just MLS sides, right? So everybody's like, oh, but the MLS sucks. But they strategically took Messi out of the game. I don't think these teams are going to be locked in on just taking Messi out of the game. I think they're going to play their regular game plan. Now, if Messi starts to dominate, maybe they'll change it up. But I think Messi's going to have more room to work with. He's going to have room in the center of that pitch to work. Luis Suarez is going to be able to make runs in behind the defense. You're going to have more space for Allende to make runs. Delasco Segovia. I just feel like there's going to be just a lot more chances to create against these defenses. Now, their level of play, their quality is a lot higher. So, yes, it definitely won't be easy, but the space will be there. If you create a free kick for Messi in a dangerous position, we can score off a set piece. Like, I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm not saying that I have any hope of getting out of the group, but I don't think it's impossible. And best case scenario is winning that first game. You win that first game, all of a sudden you start to believe, let's just go ahead and look. And when I said making runs, it was a timed run, right? Okay. So let me rephrase that. If Messi and Suarez can link up with a well-timed limp past the defense in the box, I can see Suarez one-timing it, right? So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I don't think that we should completely discount it. All relies on Saturday's game against Al Ahly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, Chris.
All right, so we're gonna go to our first. We'll go to our. Let's see here. No.
Yeah, we had somebody try to join, but apparently they got disconnected.
I have a question for Pedri. I have a question. Pedri, I need like a sincere answer here because I'm optimistic for this. I'm literally saying we're gonna play against PSG. But you are literally
just
saying
optimistic just to be optimistic.
Listen, but he's saying basically like, oh, without Messi, you guys are complete shit. Like, let me ask you a question, Pedri. Do you watch this team and this podcast just because you love Messi and you want to see how shit Inter Miami is with or without Messi? and then just come in and say, I hate Inter Miami. Messi is the god, and you guys are shit. Like, you know that Messi has to carry this in his legacy, right? Am I wrong for saying that? Like, this is a part of his legacy, Pedri, whether you like it or not. Like, he's here. He's not there. He's here.
Well, that was a valid question. So even though you're taking shots at Pedri, I think he had a valid question. So, Chris, if they manage to take Messi out of the equation, who steps up?
Wow. The problem is that Jordi Alba, if he's not in shape for this game, I think we are absolutely cooked. Without him and without Bright, I think that Jordi Alba is wow, man. I mean, I think you'd have to hope that Busquets can be able to come up and play a little bit more offensively. And you'd have to throw like one of the young guys like Kremaski back there to help him just kind of be an eagle all over the place.
I honestly think that if we could play that diamond formation that we played last game, where you had the two flanking eights alongside Busquets with Segovia and Kremaki, you have Messi up top playing behind Allende and Suarez.
And sorry. I mean, I'll try to fill in. Jeremy is commenting in our chat, we're not getting out of the group stage because Mas is going to start Cello every game. Listen, I mean, I'm going to go back to the question that Pedri said. Chris, I'm just going by the season when Inter Miami was in dumps. Nobody stepped up until Messi started creating and you guys started winning. I mean, he's a great player. So, oh, nice. The experts here saying, hi, guys. I'm an American Egyptian YouTuber. Can I please use a part of your video for my video about Ali in the World Cup? Many thanks.
Yes. And experts, if you could, send us a DM on Twitter or on Instagram, whatever you have, to Battered Herons. If for some reason I can't work out something with the current guest that we have lined up because we're trying to figure out the schedule wise, maybe we'll get you on. So please hit us up through the DMs and maybe we'll have you on if we can't work out a schedule with our other guest. But yes, you can use stuff from our video on yours. Feel free.
What's up, Kira Kane and Richard Greenberg?
What's going on, Richard Greenberg? So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so if we use that same diamond formation with Allende and Suarez up top, I think that Suarez, Allende, and Telasco Segovia can go ahead and help that Messi stopper, honestly. Yes. So, So and Jeremy, unfortunately, he wasn't able to join us. It didn't work, but he did want to write a message. We're not getting out of the group stage because Mas is going to start Cello every game. Well, I don't think that's Mas's decision, but do you think Mas is gonna? I mean, not Mas. You think Cello's gonna start over Frey?
I think so. I think that Mascherano on the defensive side is more comfortable with predictability. And I feel like it's easier to rely on Cello from that stance versus relying on Ian Frey.
And somebody, who said it? That somebody, where is it at? Messi, no. Oh, Messi and Segovia have long trips back to Miami. But they're home, right? Like when they get back, they'll get back, what, Wednesday? Probably. They have Thursday and Friday at home, no travel because the Saturday game is in Miami. I think they're going to be fine. I think that, again, I'm not predicting a win. I think we can win. I think that this is the team that we have the most hope of beating.
Yes.
But I do think that we'll be okay. And I think we could put up a good fight against Al Ali. I'm really curious to hear what our guest thinks about Al Ali, their play style. And again, if we come out with the same formation, same tactics, and we play the same way we did against Columbus, again, I don't think we're going to do that in the MLS. But for this tournament specifically, I think that that's the best way to approach it, to approach these opponents. And I think that's the best chance we have to winning.
And that's kind of one of the reasons that I'm looking forward to this game, not just because we think that we're going to win, but because of you really don't know what to expect from this kind of team. So, Danny, we got a caller calling in here. We got Suarez's knee on line 1. Suarez's knee, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, Suarez's knee? You're creaking.
Tweaking, creaking.
Yeah.
So you got any hope for the Club World Cup?
Yeah, absolutely. I think.
Okay.
I think that. I think Porto we can beat. I don't think that's not doable. I know that they have a really good striker, but I think we're going to play a lot like we played against Nancy, which is we're going to kind of sit back, try to let them have the ball a little bit, and try to see how we can counter, and try to hopefully get behind the defense. Suarez is not doing that, but hopefully Allende get back there. And then, I think Segovia, I think, is going to be key. If he can play in the middle and he can create some space and create some plays for Messi to be able to get a little breathing room, then I think we can beat Porto. Their CDM area is not good. They got a couple of injuries there, and they're just not in good shape. So I think we can get in behind the defense. The defense is probably going to play a little bit higher, so we can get in. I think we can get in behind there.
I mean, AZ is agreeing with you right here.
Yeah, with Palmeiras, I don't think we stand a chance in hell. Actually, we should just play a 9-man back line and just hope that
for a draw.
Hope that they can't put it over anyone. And then the Al Elite, they're the African champs. So, they're playing teams from Nigeria, from Cameroon that are really, really good teams and fast. And so you got to assume that their defense is going to be quick and fast. And with, how slow we are up front, I don't think that's going to help. I mean, Allende looks like a speedster to us, and dude doesn't really run that fast. So. Yeah, I don't see it. I think we can probably eke out a draw in one. Not against Palmeiras. We're done. We're cooked. With Palmeiras.
So you're predicting 4 points for the other 2 games.
I think we can do it. And actually, I think we can, depending on who we get on the next round. We could get lucky. These tournaments are just they're crazy. They don't play out exactly how you think they're going to play out. I mean. Look at Costa Rica in the World Cup into the semifinals. Like, it's insane. Like, stuff like that happens all the time. So we can only hope that we're that team in this tournament. Now,
and usually the host countries and host teams in those tournaments usually do pretty well.
Yeah, of course. Like, when the U.S. hosted the World Cup, I mean, they did really, really well. So hoping that we can pull something off like that. The flip side of that is that we get blown out every single game, and then we're just the laughing stock and what have you. But I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh.
And just to leave it off here, Suarez's knee. If we do end up getting blown out and embarrassed, is that changing your outlook for the season?
No, because there's just.
Too much up against us.
My outlook for the season isn't good as it stands anyway. I think that we have a lot of problems, but I don't think it's gonna impact anything. I think these guys are going in there knowing that we're the lesser team and that anything that we can pull off, is gonna be great. And honestly, for the guys that are on the team that may never in their career ever get to experience something like this again, it's gonna be a great thing for them, and stuff like this makes you a better player. So just experience, and whether they win or lose, it'll be great experience for them.
For sure, it's gonna pay off.
All right, Suarez, we appreciate you calling in, and hopefully you're right. Hopefully we get those 4 points in those 2 games. But I'm with you, Palmeiras, no chance.
All right, all right, guys, bye.
Later, Suarez's knee. Well, we got another call. Danny, we got Chris is Rick from Pawn Stars calling in.
Hello.
What's going
Hello.
on, Chris?
Hey, I'm doing great. You guys can hear me first off?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Okay, cool. God, thank you for taking my call. I just want to, I guess, give my piece. I mean, I mean, I mean, not to sound a little pessimistic, but like, let's be real. Does anyone expect us to win the Club World Cup? No. Right? I mean,
No.
yeah, but like I said, I mean, I'm sure you can agree with it too. If we can at least get out of the group stage, that's a W.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, yeah, like I said, but yeah, the Al Ali, that's the big one. I mean, that's the one we have to win. If we don't win that one, then I don't expect us to get out, honestly. But so the big Al Ali, that's the one we really have to get. And then
It's going to be the most important game because that sort of sets us on the positive trend. So
yeah, but they're like, I wouldn't say they're scary, but like, if you do a little research, they're obviously one of the most successful clubs in Egypt. They're like the Real Madrid of Egypt, one of the best clubs in Africa. So I mean, so yeah, and then
it's not looking good.
Palmeiras, they're pretty big in Brazil, and then Porto. So yeah, and then with our guy, I mean, can our guys keep up with them? I don't know.
Well, I think it's going to be success. I think it's going to be successful, Danny. What about you?
Okay.
Your optimism is wild to me, Chris. So Chris is Rick. I ask you the same question I asked Suarez's knee.
Sure.
If we get embarrassed,
Hold on. Let Danny. Well, I'll ask the question. If we get embarrassed, does it change your mindset into the rest of the season?
I mean, I guess. Well, maybe how about like a yes and no? Like afterwards, like would like getting embarrassed break the player's spirit once it's time to go back to MLS play? Like, would their spirit be broken? I mean, if they got absolutely embarrassed all 3 games, I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
But then again, you're playing against better competition, so like maybe they aren't going to be as affected as a lot of people think. Maybe.
I mean, you even said it yourself. Like MLS, they expect Inter Miami, LAFC, and then Seattle. They expect us, a league with rules and restrictions, to keep up with these other teams who have absolutely no rules, no restrictions. They can get whoever the heck they want.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful disaster.
And Pedri Potter is pointing out something that I said earlier. After all this talk, it'd be interesting if Al Ali smokes IM in the first game. If we lose the first game, or even worse, get embarrassed, nobody is paying attention or worried about the rest of the games, because I think everybody's morale completely goes out the window.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking my call, guys.
Absolutely, Chris. Chris is Rick. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
I haven't watched Pawn Stars in forever. Let's go to. Oh, you're a crazy person. Let's go to Jeremy, who's been trying to get in a hold of us. What's going on, Jeremy?
Oh, so close, Jeremy.
Hold on.
I thought we had
wait, should I unmute the microphone? Unmute it.
No.
There we go. Okay, they choose to mute themselves. All right. We're going to have to go to someone else then, Danny. Let's move over to... Oh, wait, there we go. Wait. All right. Wait, Jeremy, come back. Where you at, buddy?
I'm right here, guys. Sorry about that.
There we go.
There he is. What's going on, Jeremy?
I just got in a bit ago. You guys have been seeing I've been having issues, so
yeah.
I didn't really catch any of it. What do you guys think are the chances on your guys' end?
I think we're gonna destroy PSG, is what I think.
We collectively think that 4 points is the goal to hope to get out of the group stage. Beating Al Ali, although it won't be easy because they are a top team in Africa, that would be the most attainable 3 points. And then we're hoping for a draw against Porto, or maybe a miracle draw against Palmeiras. We believe that Palmeiras we cannot beat, probably can't even draw. Maybe by some miracle we will, but we do think that 4 points is possible. But that's the goal. 4 points to hopefully get out of the group and then get our asking by PSG. Jeremy, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the way they've been relying heavily on Busquets right in the center. I think he's been playing too defensively, and I think we need to have more of our mids push up, because like everybody's been saying, we just have no speed up in front. So we need to have some type of build up. I think we're way too slow.
Oof. That's not going to be helpful.
And no, it won't. Jeremy, so do you have any hope of us getting out of this group?
The way Mascherano's been playing the squad, absolutely not. You guys have been hearing my negativity in the comments for a while now about Cello, and
Yes.
I have no hope in the defensive line every time he's in. So I don't think so, guys.
So if we get embarrassed, it's not changing your perception of the season or the expectations of the season at all.
Still on track.
Now, as far as MLS side goes, I think they still have a chance, but I think this is going to really kind of expose us.
Well, I think it's going to expose the MLS more so than us. I think.
And Pedri, you got to make sure you send all your friends to watch these bad takes live. Because if we put them on X, then people are getting them without having to come into the YouTube channel. So tell people to come over here and watch such jokesters live. Jeremy, I know this is completely off the Club World Cup, but you sound like you're very down on the team. Do you have any hope of this team doing anything possible at all this year, like any trophy at all?
MLS Cup? What do you think, Jeremy?
Leagues
MLS Cup, possibly. Yeah, they definitely have the talent to do it. I just don't think Mascherano's using the talent
Effectively.
effectively. Yeah, I don't think so. But as far as anything beyond just that, I think they have pretty much no chance. They've dumped so much resources. They were on a good climb, and I think just the way it shows that they didn't do anything during this transfer window, I think they really shat the bed with that.
Well, and I think there's enough time that we can be able to collect ourselves, Danny. So I like your point there, Jeremy.
And then I think we have time for one more caller. Jeremy, I appreciate you jumping on with us. And I hope that Saturday we win and it gives you a little more optimism because you sound really down about the team. So hopefully that thing changed around for you a bit, man.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you,
for
Jeremy.
calling. Yeah, you guys keep putting out. Thank you guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.
Here.
So we'll go to the last one then here, Danny. So we got Cringe on line 4. Cringe, what's going on?
What's going on, boys?
What up?
So, all I hope for with Inter Miami, honestly, is just play a good game. It's gonna be a hard tournament, and at the end of the day, it's soccer. Anything can happen. Real talk.
So even 3 losses, you're good?
Argentina. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, so we can always get a goal.
This is true. This is very true. So you have hope for us getting out of the group?
I think so. I think we can definitely get a draw. I watched Pachuca against Al Ahly, and I was not impressed. Al Ahly they were swarming players. They were getting bopped around by Pachuca. There was one cut through pass that they did that just made them look amateur, and I think we can take advantage of that.
I like the idea though because he says
But yeah,
as long as we don't,
boys.
As long as we don't get
Cringe.
embarrassed.
Appreciate you.
Shout out, Cringe.
Thank you, guys.
Now, we have the expert here. That was his name on the comments, and he has now joined us. And you might be giving us the preview before the preview because I might ask you to come on Thursday to help us preview the show. But let's bring you.
Well, let's bring in Mo Elameri. What's going on, Mo?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
That's great. It's amazing. I'm in Egypt right now. I'm actually from Modesto, California, and I'm visiting my home country, Egypt, while the World Cup is playing in Miami. Lucky you guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this game. You have no idea. This group is crazy. It's very close. Even what I believe and what in Egypt people believe, why you think that Inter Miami doesn't have a chance. The 4 teams have chances. 4 points will get you into the knockout stage. So all what you need is 1 win, 1 draw. So Ahly has a huge experience in this. They played 10 World Cups.
They just played a big tournament recently.
Yeah, But we, like, in the first four times we played, we sucked. Later on, we learned the experience and we became better.
Nice. Okay, I see that. All right. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Danny.
Uh,
So
what's the expectation from your fan base?
it's huge. We have like almost we have about 60 million fans in our Instagram page. So Al Ahly is Real Madrid of the Middle East and Africa. They're huge. They really, you have no idea how big they are. They everywhere. Um,
I've
and
seen
they
it.
are like Paris, like PSG in France. They are the only team in Egypt and in Africa. They won 12 Champions League. The next team won five. So they won 12, and the one after them won five. They have very good players. The big problem was Al Ahly. The big problem, they just changed the coach twice. So they changed the coach on May for 4 games, and then they sacked him and they got another coach. There are four new players in the team that's supposed to be very good. Yesterday, they played against Pachuca, and having the new players in the team wasn't very successful. As individuals, they playing very well, but they are not in harmony with the rest of the team. So that can cause trouble.
Mo, I'm gonna cut you off here. Mo, on you said that you are currently not in the United States.
I'm in Egypt. I'm visiting
You're
my
in
family
He's
in Egypt.
in
Right,
Egypt,
okay.
Danny said that.
So yeah, well, no, I know. That's what I wanted to make sure I heard that correctly. So you wouldn't be able to join us on Thursday at this time, or would you would?
I would love to. Yeah,
And you'd be good getting on camera.
absolutely.
You know what, Mo? As I usually don't do this to other guests, but because it's been so difficult scheduling with them, Mo, I am formally inviting you on Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern. So this time, you'll be up for joining us on the show, so you can kind of break down the game with us.
I will love it, guys. I send you a message on Instagram. Can you please send me the details in there?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So we're gonna cut this short because you're giving us the preview before Thursday's show. So we're gonna cut it short here. We appreciate you calling in. I'll reach out to you through direct message and after I'm done with the shows tonight, because we have Spanish show after this. And on Thursday we'll talk to you again.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Likewise, Mo. Have a good
Awesome,
one.
Mo.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. We are cooking here, Danny. I mean, we literally Mo came through in the clutch. I mean, if
right.
that doesn't deserve a round of applause,
Yeah.
let's come on, give it up for Mo.
That on Thursday, because he was about to start giving us a lot of details, and I want to save that for Thursday. So definitely. So we'll be doing that now. So we have two more callers, and we're gonna cut it after these two because we do have Las Garzas that's supposed to start at 10 o'clock. We're at 10:18. We have Xavier Lavos and Solana waiting for us. So we're gonna start here with the last two callers. Zaid, what's going on, man? How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Chris. I am from India.
Oh, what's going on, Zaid?
Nice. What's up, Zaid?
You gotta turn down the volume on where you were listening to us.
I am from India. Good morning, Danny. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. You an Al Ali fan?
No, I am Inter Miami fan. I am hardcore Inter Miami fan.
Oh, okay. All right.
I love your podcast. I can understand your language very easily. We speak we are normal language is Hindi. We speak very rarely English language. But I
That's
can
good though.
understand.
You speak very well.
You speak very well. So you got hopes for Miami beating Al Ali?
No, I don't know about it, but I am fan about. I am fan of your all podcast. I'm not about any. I'm not interested in Al Ahly team, but I'm interested in Inter Miami.
All right. Well,
Awesome,
Zaid, I appreciate you calling in. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope that you keep listening.
I want to interrupt you and Danny for one thing. Is
Sure, what's going
please don't abuse, or please don't make fun of Luis Suarez. Please don't make fun every time when he don't come closer to net to put the ball in net. Please be
I
positive.
I
We'll
Accept.
be
I
more. I
I,
promise to be more positive.
I promise I'll try.
You are very arrogant and egomaniac about Suarez. He don't play. He is very, very any other bad words, bad amount of. I
Well,
can't
you
Look,
speak.
know what?
there's other people got love for Suarez too, Zaid.
Look, and Solana, I'm sure would love to hear what you're saying also. So I'll definitely try to take it easier on Luis Suarez.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry for
All right.
interrupting.
No, not at all, Said.
No, it's
Shout
okay,
out.
Zaid. Anytime.
Have a good one. Oh, he said his English isn't good, but he knows that I am an egomaniac.
His English was great. His English was
Absolutely.
great.
All right, and then the last caller of the night, Mr. Don Capacito. How are you doing, sir?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
What
You're living the
up?
dream.
Nice, man. Listen, was that guy that came before me? Was he for real?
I think so.
Yes,
We can
yes,
see
yes, he
him.
was. Yeah,
You
we
guys
saw him.
can't see
So,
him, but we can see
yeah.
him. And yes, I believe that might have been legit.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, all right. Anyway, so listen, I just want to ask you guys. So, over and under 5 goal contributions for Messi. What do you think?
In the 3 games?
Yes, in the 3 games, 5
I'll go
goal
over.
contributions.
I'll take the
Over or
over
under?
easy. I'll take the over easy, Danny. What?
Easy. How many goals do you think we'll score? And I'm asking you also, Steve. How many goals are we scoring against Al Ali?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? You broke up.
How many goals? Hey, my mic hasn't disconnected, Steve. How many goals are we scoring against Al Ali?
I think maybe 2.
Okay. And against Porto?
0.
Oh my God! Then that means you think that we're gonna get cooked by Palmeiras.
Oh, we are so cooked.
So then you think we're only gonna score 2 goals
Huh?
Against the 3 teams?
No, well, I'm not. Well, I mean, look. Okay, so overall, if we're gonna talk about the 3 games, okay, yeah, we might reach maybe 4, maybe 5 if we're lucky. Okay, but I'm talking about Messi specifically. 5 goal contributions, over or under? What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm going over. And look, Miami King is saying no 3 is realistic. Sean Callahan, he's also very smart, like you, says 2. Upcode saying 2. Sean saying 0 again. I mean, AZ is saying 5 goal contributions for Messi. So we got a lot of people going under here. I would go over because we're
But
talking about contributions.
you guys aren't even predicting him scoring 5. The team scoring 5 goals. Period.
Well, I mean, Don thinks we're gonna get it disseminated.
Oh, we're gonna get cooked, especially Palmeiras. They've been a thorn in my ass for a long time. They're such a pain in the ass team. Now, Messi specifically, Messi. I'm talking about Messi. That's what I'm wondering, because I know that overall with the team, yeah, we might reach maybe 5 goals, maybe 6. If we get lucky. But Messi specifically, over or under 5 goals, and I think under.
I just want to tell. Let me just give you a little bit of knowledge here, real quick. Don Cafecito, Palmeiras. Just so you know, they bleed the same blood that we bleed. Okay, they're 2-2 in the last 4 games.
Oh God,
we got them. It's in the bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Those guys playing the best league in the Americas. Just keep in mind.
I'm just reading the last 4 games, Steve. Okay, 2-2.
In the last
Porto
4 games,
is another
didn't they
deal.
scored 6 goals like 2 games ago.
Danny, I'm not talking about how many goals they scored. Okay, I'm just telling you how they were in the last 4 games. They're 2-2. I'm not counting goals here. Okay, 6-0 is the same thing as a 1-0 win. Okay, it's a win.
All right, I'm gonna have to just go with the backup mic this whole time because my regular mic just keeps disconnecting. It's completely given up on me tonight. So Don, you have no hope for us getting out. Do you have any hope that we get 4 points and sneak out?
I think that's being very optimistic. 4 points. I think it can be doable, but it all starts for the first game. I mean, if we're able to beat Al Ahly, then yeah, for sure. I think in 2 games between Palmeiras and Porto, I think we can muster up 1 point.
I think
All
that's
right.
possible.
So, and my hope is that we get out of the group stage, and I think that we might. I think we might.
Will it change your viewpoint if we don't have success, though, Don Cafecito?
My
That's the
viewpoint on the
question.
season, I'm still negative on the season. I don't think
So
we're
the
going to
same.
win. I don't think we're winning shit this year. Excuse my French.
Oh my God! If we don't win anything,
Tight.
No,
We're tight.
I don't know, man. I'd put money on the MLS Cup right now if I could. It's just that Chris told me that the odds are still really good for us to win. I was
No, I'm
hoping
not-
that the odds would be worse.
No, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong. Maybe I guess if they have a good leagues run, like a Leagues Cup run, if they have a good run there, maybe it might feel a little bit more hopeful.
If we get out of the
Cafetera
group
again?
stage, if we get out of the group stage, and we play against PSG, and we score on PSG once more than your Inter Milan did, would that change your mind?
All right, that was all right, bro. That was below the belt. Okay, you did not have to go there. Now I'm tight.
Look at that shit. Get out of here, Danny.
But you know what? No, you know what? Honest, you might be onto something. Maybe they might score a goal. Maybe Inter Miami might score a goal. So
Yeah, a
that's
little
better.
magic, man. Look, if Messi lines up against PSG, I'm sorry. I do think that he's going to. I can't imagine he doesn't put at least one on there. I'm not saying that he'd carry us to a win, but he'd get one in there, I think.
All right, so
Yeah.
the last one. Now we're talking about Luis Suarez. Over or under 3-goal contributions.
I'm
Under.
going over. I'm going
Under.
over because we just had a caller tell us to be nicer, Danny. Okay, so I'm going
screw him.
hella over. No,
Nah, I think under, man.
Under 3.
Yeah,
Right?
I think under 3. I don't think we're gonna score. Look, against Al Ahly, I think we'll get 2 or 3, maybe. 2 or 3, maybe. Against Porto, 2, maybe. That's 5 total. And against Palmeiras, I'm hoping we can score once. That's 6 total goals.
Right.
Does Suarez get half of those? No, I don't think so.
So under. Way
Yeah,
under.
I'm thinking under.
Miami King and Sean are saying under too. So
All right, Steve,
Nice.
appreciate you, man. I wish you would call in more often. Just full disclosure, we've invited Don Cafecito on there before, and he's turned us down. So maybe I can start pressuring him to come on with us eventually.
Nah, man. Honestly, it's because usually I'm working. I usually work late nights. That's why.
Okay.
But
it's all good. We get it.
but,
we get
but
it.
no, man. I would love to come on, man. If I get an opportunity, I'd like to come on, especially with Solana.
Hey, look,
Can you imagine?
You give us the heads up when you're available, and we'll make it happen.
That's what's up, man. Hey, guys, thanks so much for having me on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
Later.
All right. So awesome. Appreciate everybody that called in. Unfortunately, we ran a lot later than we wanted to. So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Any final words? And yes, Danny's mic is
Xavier-
embarrassing. I might have to
Yes.
call out of the Spanish show because my mic just literally just died. It's not working.
Xavier just said Danny's mic is embarrassing. I kept that there because it is an embarrassment.
Yeah, it's literally not working. This is amateur hour here. It's very, very embarrassing.
It is.
Chris, any final words?
No, that's it. Soccer Daddy said it. Good episode. Good night. Let's go.
And if you want some more, Las Garzas supposed to be at 10. We'll be starting at 10:30 now. Or Xavier suggesting we just do the show tomorrow. Xavier, we got Colombia playing against. I'm blanked for a second. Argentina tomorrow. We can't do it tomorrow. I mean, I guess we can do it tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow after the game.
Yeah. That would actually get a good amount of people probably coming in.
No, they won't because they're not going to want to hear right into Miami after. They might want to hear about Colombia, Argentina again.
Just put Messi on the hashtag, and they'll get there.
Yeah, I guess we could do it tomorrow. I hate to schedule something and then not go through, but we did go half hour late. But that's because people started joining in late. Right? We sent out the link, and then everybody started jumping on afterwards.
Yes.
And then, Ability, can you add an English track in Spanish show? It's not live, but after the fact.
You can do it
tonight. Oh, Xavier's down for tonight. All right. After the fact, English caption should be available. So, Ability, I don't know how accurate it is. I've never watched it back with the English caption on, but you should be able to catch it with captions in English after the fact. So go ahead, check that out. And Rurita, it's tough times. Tough times. We appreciate all those super slams.
Everybody that called, yes.
Just a little peek behind the curtain. It cost us $90 a month just to put the show on,
Yes.
just to get it to you through YouTube and audio. It cost us $90. So
Yes.
a lot of those super slams just go to paying that off. All right, but that's enough of that. So Las Garzas coming on in a couple minutes. If you are listening on audio, we appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please give us 5 stars, comment, review, all the good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us for the last hour and a half.
Thank you,
almost.
callers.
Yes, callers, each and every one of you, even the one that said that I'm an egomaniac. Appreciate you guys. And we'll be back on Wednesday for our special look into the defense. Hopefully I can fix this crap before then. And yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. And if you want to hear some Spanish, Las Garzas coming on in a couple minutes. So until the next one, have a good one.